Listen, we got plenty of foot traffic coming through the store, but nobody's buying anything. We're just not as busy as we should be.
Tell me the truth and you'll be okay.
I'm getting that.
Well, ask one more time. Did you say get out of my way, you bitch?
The real star of pawn shop ridiculousness, a military truck straight out of Vietnam. This green monster looks like it's ready to invade Detroit. The seller wants $9,500, acting like it's a money-making machine. Seth and Les poke around and quickly notice it leaks more fluids than a toddler. Les tries lowballing at $100, but the seller sticks firm. $9 grand for a rust bucket? No deal.
So how'd you get it? I bought it from a government auction a few years back.
The seller insists you'd be the only pawn shop with one. Yeah, because every other pawn shop passed on it for the exact same reason. Les finally walks away, muttering how the repairs alone would bankrupt him. Honestly, watching him squeeze inside the bare-bones cab looked like punishment. This truck may have been in Vietnam, but it won't be stationed in Detroit anytime soon. Next.
Why would I spend $9,500?
Because you'd probably be the only pawn shop with one of these.
A woman comes in waving a gold card. She swears is a $100 gift card, except it's not. It's literally a discount membership card. Ashley tries explaining it, but this customer isn't having it. She's yelling, swipe it, at a plastic card with no magnetic strip. The logic here was stunning, like trying to Venmo someone with a library card.
Pretty. It's really
Looks
pretty.
good on you.
That was 100. 100. I'll take it. Okay.
The woman completely loses it, hurling insults left and right. Byron gets dragged in, but even he can't save this train wreck. Finally, Ashley just tells her flat out, you don't have a gift card, you have a discount card. The customer storms out, shouting about her money being stolen. Honestly, it was like watching someone argue that a Blockbuster membership should pay for Netflix.
Hold on one second. Let me explain this to her.
I want to watch, turn around and swipe.
But where do you see a swipe thing on this? Do you see a swiper?
And then, the creepy, crawly prank of the century. A guy walks in with 2 red containers and opens one to reveal remote-controlled tarantulas. Karen screams like she's in a horror movie. Seth just laughs, immediately thinking about how to prank Ashley and Les. The seller has 20 of them, wanting $15 apiece. Seth's counter? $4 each. Negotiations have never been so hairy, literally.
What the hell is that?
Remote control tarantulas.
Oh my God.
They finally settle at 2 for $15, and Seth leaves, plotting pure chaos. You can just see the wheels spinning. This is about to be the prank episode of the year. Honestly, the tarantulas were scarier than half the customers they've dealt with this season. Who knew the pawn shop could double as a haunted house?
Yeah, $4 a piece.
No, I can't do 4.
2 for 15? I only want 2 of them.
Now for the nightmare fuel, an old-school ventriloquist dummy. The seller proudly introduces Jerry Mahoney, a 1950s dummy in its original box. Ashley tries talking to it, but the result is more creepy than comedic. Honestly, it felt like a deleted scene from Goosebumps. The seller wants $279, but Seth quickly pulls up listings online showing them going for under $100. Ouch.
Ventriloquist dummy from the early 1950s. Hello there. How are you?
Negotiations turn into a game of what's your bottom line? Seller says $200, then $175, then $160. Seth counters with $85, but Grandpa Dummy isn't having it. No deal. Watching him box Jerry up felt like watching someone put Chucky back to sleep. This dummy wasn't pulling strings, just killing profits.
And add a lot of class to this place, you know.
And this is the box.
The original box, yes.
As if that wasn't enough, a guy rolls in with something no pawn shop should ever see, a prison toilet. Yes, stainless steel, no seat, straight out of solitary confinement. Les is baffled, Larry looks disturbed, and the seller brags about finding it in a basement. Asking price? $650 for a used toilet. You cannot make this up.
This is Larry. What you got?
Just a prison toilet.
You ever seen one of these? You never got locked up?
Les cracks jokes about whether the guy peed in it. Seller swears he hasn't, but honestly, that's not reassuring. Negotiations go south fast. Les says $100, the seller pushes back, so they settle it by flipping a coin. Larry calls it, and bam, $120 for a prison toilet. Only on Hardcore Pawn would stainless steel bathroom equipment come down to heads or tails.
You know, it's one of those things that you're gonna have to find somebody that really finds this unique.
Finally, the Tarantula Prank goes live. Seth sneaks the fake spiders into binders and hands them to Ashley. She opens it, screams bloody murder, and bolts like the floor's on fire. Pure chaos, pure comedy. Karen and Seth lose it laughing, already plotting to prank Les next. Talk about cutting family tension with a fake arachnid.
Saying that we can move more products if we have more display cases.
Right.
Do you have an idea?
And just when you think it's over, Les walks right into it. Ashley and Seth bait him into checking binders, and boom, the spiders strike again. Les's reaction? Priceless mix of fury and disbelief. He mutters how he's sick of being the butt of jokes, but you can tell even he's amused. Hardcore pawn, where the real profit is in pranks, not pawn slips.
He's probably gonna be like, what the hell are you three up to?
She's like showing me all these things she wants to order.
A seller struts in with a mannequin named Bruce, fully dressed in leather gear like he's about to headline a superhero convention. He explains Bruce has to go because his new husband isn't exactly thrilled about the third wheel in leather. Ashley and Bobby J immediately start clowning around, putting a collar on Bruce and even trying to rope Les into the fun. Seriously, the way Ashley tries to accessorize Bruce was priceless.
You guys got something in common?
We got so much in common.
He doesn't have enough height, though.
No.
The seller asks for $650 for everything, Bruce and the outfit. Ashley practically laughs in his face, pointing out she's bought mannequins by the truckload for way under $200. This poor guy tries to salvage the deal, dropping to $450, then breaking it down. $125 just for the outfit. But Ashley isn't biting. She calls it retail pricing and keeps pressing him down. Can you believe this drama?
Okay, so how much do you want?
$650 for everything.
Negotiations get spicy when Ashley slashes his $125 outfit request down to $45 flat. The seller tries to counter with $55, but Ashley doesn't budge. The guy finally walks out, declaring he's turning in the cape like a defeated superhero. Watching him leave Bruce behind felt like the saddest Marvel movie that never got made.
75?
45.
55?
45. I can give you $45 right now.
Next up, Ashley faces off with a fiery British woman over a $400 fur coat. This customer comes in swinging, demanding discounts, mocking the price, and even calling Ashley lady like they're in a medieval standoff. Ashley holds firm at $400, even complimenting how good the coat looks on her. But the customer isn't having it. "Shove it!" she yells, trying to strong-arm her way down to $200. Talk about tension you could cut with a knife.
Hi, that's $400.
You cannot be serious.
Oh yeah, it says 400 right there.
Yeah, but not for this.
Ashley isn't backing down. She lowers the price slightly to $350, trying to be reasonable. But the woman explodes, calling the store a ripoff and threatening to leave. When Ashley tells her to take her $200 and walk, the woman barks back that Ashley can't make her leave. That's when security steps in, calmly escorting her out. Watching her storm off in defeat while yelling insults was pure hardcore pawn gold.
My exchange rate is absolutely incredibly high.
I'm sorry about that.
A British lady here, you know.
Okay.
Then comes a seller with a massive, creepy Halloween clown prop straight out of nightmares. Ashley looks terrified while Karen admits she's scared to death of clowns. Honestly, relatable. The seller says he picked it up at a Halloween store and wants $300 for it. Ashley isn't impressed, pointing out it's a niche item that'll be tough to sell.
How'd you get this?
Bought them a couple years ago at a Halloween store. We used them at a home hunt.
Karen throws out a lowball offer of $100, and the seller tries to counter by splitting the difference. Ashley pushes back with $125, then finally lands the deal at $150. Even though everyone knows it'll sit around the shop like a horror movie prop nobody wants, the seller happily shakes on it. The clown officially found a new home, and Karen found her worst nightmare living in the back room.
If I was gonna throw an offer out there, I would offer you $100.
Later, Ashley meets Jeffrey, a flamboyant seller with a serious personality, who brings in designer bags, including a limited edition Louis Vuitton purse. He confidently claims it once retailed between $399 and $400. Ashley immediately starts putting her authentication skills on display, pointing out the day codes, stitching, and details. You can tell Jeffrey isn't expecting Ashley to know her stuff this well.
Free?
You can call me whatever you want, just don't call me late for dinner.
Come on, Jeffrey. What you got?
What do you have?
Jeffrey asks for $150, but Ashley isn't impressed. She says Dooney & Bourke doesn't move in her store, and only big brands like Louis, Fendi, and Gucci sell. She offers $50. Jeffrey tries to charm her, even joking she should put him in her will, but Ashley doesn't budge. The back-and-forth haggling gets intense, but Ashley keeps control the whole time.
On each side, we'll have an even number 5.
Where did you find all this information out about these purses?
The internet.
Finally, Ashley makes a cheeky bundle offer, $72 for everything. Jeffrey laughs laughs, but to everyone's surprise, he actually agrees. Even though his bags weren't worth much, Ashley admits she tacked on extra cash just because Jeffrey made her smile. That moment was such a rare mix of business and heart. It's why Ashley's the queen of the shop floor.
I like her though.
I like you too, Jeffrey.
I know. 55.
51!
Now for the climax of the episode, the drag race showdown. Seth drags Les out to Milan Dragway, where they hop into a 2002 Camaro SS with 520 horsepower. The deal? If Seth wins, they film his new commercial idea. If Les wins, the idea dies forever. Stakes don't get higher than family, money, and bragging rights all rolled into one.
I think you'll like this.
He's gone already. Looks like a little dot.
Seth floors it first, hitting 103 miles per hour in the quarter mile. Les is stunned, calling it too fast to count, but Seth is already gloating. Then Les takes his turn, revving hard, but only manages 85 miles per hour. Watching his face fall as Seth celebrated was hilarious. The old man clearly hit the brakes too soon, and he knew he'd never hear the end of it.
3 miles an hour? Seth was pretty fast, but there's no way he's gonna beat me.
In the end, Seth wins the bet, declaring the commercial is happening whether Les likes it or not. Les tries to save face, insisting he's still running the show. Ashley, of course, calls Seth a snake for tricking their dad into the wager, but that smug grin on Seth's face said it all. He was the true winner of the day. Talk about family drama overload.
I'm telling you, I hit the brake too soon.
Want to tell them the good news?
Seth took me to Milan Dragway.
A woman storms in with a fur coat, swearing it's worth over $2,500 and demanding $200 because her father needs a medical chair. Sounds touching, right? Wrong. Les inspects the coat and finds it's filthy, hasn't been cleaned, and honestly looks like it's been sitting in a garage. Les offers her a measly $20 loan. The customer's face, pure rage. You could practically see smoke coming out of her ears.
I'm trying to pawn this coat right here. I'm trying to get at least $200 because my father needs a Hoover around.
Not satisfied, this woman slams down a grimy laptop, asking $300. Les doesn't even hesitate, less than $100. And let me tell you, he wasn't exaggerating. The thing had nail polish and dirt all over it, like someone used it as a dinner plate. The customer loses it, shouting about paying thousands and accusing Les of trying to scam her. Talk about expectations versus reality. Things turn ugly fast. The woman threatens to jump over the counter and take the money herself. Les is completely unfazed.
Look at it.
What about it?
That computer had grime, nail polish, and dirt all over it.
Calling her out for trying to intimidate staff. Security steps in, but the shouting gets so wild you can barely hear what's going on. Honestly, you could cut the tension with a knife. And the funniest part, after all that drama, they walked out with $0. Zero.
You can do that. What's the problem?
I can't.
You can.
Later, a man named Tom walks in with what looks like a torture kit, and surprise, it actually is one. A Civil War cauterizing set complete with bloodstains. Les is fascinated, but also totally grossed out when Tom explains how soldiers would heat the tools red hot and shove them into wounds. Talk about nightmare fuel.
Looks like a torture step, doesn't it?
No, it actually looks like fun.
Tom thinks this museum-quality kit is worth a whopping $1,500. Les and Seth look at him like he's just told the world's best joke. Les counters with $300, and Tom looks like he's been personally insulted. Seth bumps it up to $800 max, but Tom still refuses. He leaves empty-handed, probably hoping some history buff is waiting outside. Spoiler alert, he'll be back.
From the Civil War.
Dad.
I'm trying to see if it's anything.
I don't see anything.
It is something. It's cool.
Next, a father storms in furious about his pawned TV. He claims it was brand new when he dropped it off, but now it's scratched and damaged. Seth tries reasoning with him, reminding him it wasn't even brought in its original box. But the guy isn't listening, just screaming louder and louder. Honestly, at this point, the shop should hand out free earplugs with every deal.
This guy comes in with his son, and he's causing a scene. What's the problem?
Look at my man. When I put the TV in there.
Things escalate as he accuses the shop of scamming him after months of payments. Seth threatens to escort him out if he doesn't calm down. The man rages even harder, dragging his son into the argument. Finally, Les steps in like the peacemaker, offering to just replace the stand with a new one. Seth's face when he hears this? Pure disbelief. He knows every customer is about to start finding scratches.
The man that told me.
Stop yelling.
He was fighting with me, he was fighting with his son, he was just fighting with everybody.
And then comes possibly the grossest pawn in hardcore pawn history. A guy walks up to Ashley, first trying to get $200 for a ring. Ashley offers $85, which already stings. But then, brace yourself, he pulls out his retainer with a gold tooth still attached and plops it right on the counter. directly from his mouth. I don't know how Ashley didn't run to grab gloves and bleach. Ashley tries to keep her cool, but admits it made her want to throw up. Still, gold is gold. She offers $10 for the tooth on top of $80 for the ring. They settle at $90 total, and unbelievably, the guy is happy. He walks out grinning, while Ashley tries not to dry heave. That's one deal I'll never forget.
I'm trying to figure out, I got a nice ring. I spent over $1,000 for this ring, and I'm trying to see if I can get at least $200 for it.
Another customer comes in with a laser level, explaining he's an unemployed electrician trying to support his daughter who just moved from Texas. His story gets heavy. He even reveals he lost his wife and son in a tragic accident. Rich listens closely, clearly touched. You can see in Rich's face that he's debating between business and compassion.
Hey, listen, I have this laser level, man. Yeah, it's brand new. I've only used it once. I could really use the money.
The man asks for $100, but Rich offers $75. After some back and forth, they settle at $80. Normally, Rich wouldn't go that high, but the man's story hit him hard. Watching Rich bend the rules a little was a rare, heartfelt moment in this otherwise chaotic episode. Sometimes, hardcore pawn reminds you there's a lot of humanity in the hustle.
A loan for what I'll normally buy it for.
Okay.
Okay? How about $75?
Can you go 80?
All right.
80? All right, great.
Finally, the ultimate drama bomb drops. Ashley and Seth's sibling rivalry explodes into a full-blown meltdown. After clashing all episode about who's really managing the store, Ashley confronts Les, accusing him of always taking Seth's side. She's in tears, furious, and finally screams the words no one expected. "I quit!" Les warns her, if she walks out, don't come back. Ashley slams the door and storms off. Talk about ending on a cliffhanger.
What the f? Do you ever point out the good stuff I do here? I don't understand. We're family.
A seller kicks things off with what might be the holy grail of sports memorabilia, the 1952 Topps baseball card set. He strolls in confidently asking $20,000, and Seth immediately knows this could be huge. But here's the catch. Les has to check every single card. And the suspense? You can cut it with a knife.
We got the 52 Topps series.
Awesome. This is the holy grail of baseball card sets.
As Les flips through the cards, the tension spikes. He realizes the best ones are missing. No Mantle, no Jackie Robinson. Basically, the heart and soul of the set are gone. Seth's face says it all. Priceless disappointment. Can you believe it? One second, it's $200,000 potential. The next, it's barely worth $50 per card.
He's missing the Mantle. The Jackie Robinson's not here. All the high-priced cards are...
The seller tries to keep the dream alive, claiming he might find the Mantle in his car. Les gives him one last shot, like this could be a game-changing comeback. But when push comes to shove, they're nowhere to be found. Seth throws out a lowball $1,000 offer. The seller counters at $3,000, and the whole negotiation just crashes and burns. Talk about a heartbreaker.
Wherever these cards are, that's where the money is in the set.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. What about the Mantle?
Right after that heavy hit, the chaos switches gears. A furious man storms in with a beat-up coat he claims he bought last week. No receipt, just attitude. When staff refuse to exchange it, he threatens to straight up take one off the rack. Security scrambles as this guy's ready to swipe the whole display like it's Black Friday gone wrong.
Just bought this coat here about a week ago. Riding down the road and the thing just shreds up. I want my money back or...
You bought it here?
Yes.
Byron steps in like a referee, trying to calm him down. The guy's yelling about his coat flopping in the damn wind, while security's worried it'll catch fire on the exhaust outside. I swear, it looks like the pawn shop turned into a WWE ring for winter wear. Only at Hardcore Pawn, right?
What, I can't have my coat back? Walk yourself out, bro. You gonna get my coat, bro? Get my damn coat, man.
Then a seller lightens the mood with something out of a haunted house, a rattling, groaning Halloween prop, caretaker and his wife. Ashley's instantly intrigued because Halloween stuff sells like crazy. The haggling begins. Seller wants $700. Ashley coolly counters at $200, and you can just feel the tension as they dig their heels in.
Well, right here we got Scaretaker and his wife. He's a plug-in prop. He shakes, rattles, makes noise. I've had it for about 8 years.
After some back and forth, they finally shook hands at $300. Ashley's grinning because she knows come Halloween, those spooky props will fly out the door. Honestly, watching her celebrate that small victory was priceless. Drama overload, but at least somebody walked away happy.
Lowest I could go is 6.
You know, I'll make you one final offer. $250, and that's it.
Now here's where it gets wild again. A craftsman rolls in with custom-made hunting calls and bullet pens. Each piece is handmade from antler and brass. Honestly, they look impressive. He proudly asks for $1,200 total, but Karen shut it down real quick. As Karen bluntly puts it, you'll never get what you put into this. Ouch.
I got some custom calls here I make.
Custom calls?
Deer calls.
Duck calls, turkey calls.
Turkey calls.
Okay.
The The seller demonstrates a deer call, and it actually works. Like, a deer might have walked into the shop if the door was open. Everyone laughs, but business is business, and the guys politely pass. The seller leaves with nothing but pride in his craftsmanship. Talk about expectations versus reality.
I can appreciate the craftsmanship, 100%.
Yeah, no, it's gorgeous.
$1,200, so it's not there for us.
And just when you think it's calming down, here comes a giant RC boat built 20 years ago, filled with foam so it never sinks. And the seller proudly adds it can even hold a six-pack. Ashley cracks up at that little detail. He wants $750. Ashley counters with $150, and it's game on.
This was built about 20 years ago, and it drives, it's remote control. The boat's all stuffed with foam, so it will never sink.
The negotiation stalls out at $500, but Ashley won't budge over $200. The seller walks away empty-handed, but not before flexing that it's a beer-hauling boat. Honestly, the only thing sinking here was that deal. Can you believe this drama?
The lowest I will go is $500. That'd be the lowest I can go on it.
If I was to offer you $200, you wouldn't take it?
Yeah, I can't.
Meanwhile, the real storm brews on the sales floor. Tony and Linda, two employees, are locked in a bitter feud over artwork. Yes, artwork. Linda wants permission before anything's moved. Tony thinks he's being micromanaged, and suddenly it's full-blown war. Customers are literally watching them argue like it's reality TV live.
I don't know what's going on with Tony, but Tony's outside in a van and he's pissed off and...
At who?
Les tells Ashley to handle it, but of course, it only escalates. Tony eventually explodes, allegedly telling Linda to get away from me, you bitch, in front of staff and customers. You can feel the whole store freeze. Like, did he really just say that? Security and managers scramble.
Tony comes back out from break, runs right over to those people. He takes her ID from on the counter where I have her charge card next. He tells me to off, bitch.
Finally, Les has to step in personally. He drags Tony into the office, demands the truth, and Tony flat out lies before reluctantly admitting what he said. Les suspends him on the spot. Tony storms out, tension sky high, and Les snaps at Ashley for failing to control the situation. This wasn't just an employee blow-up, it was total war on the floor.
It's been brought to my attention that you have told Linda to get away from me, you bitch.
Prove it. I ain't did nothing. I just
Prove it.
I just took a coat. I just took a coat.
Prove it.
A customer walks in proudly carrying a framed Justin Verlander rookie jersey, authenticated and signed from 2006, the Tigers World Series year. The guy starts high at $400, but Seth hits him with a brutal $200 offer. The customer's kid, Benji, jumps in and schools Seth on why the framing alone makes it worth more. Watching a teenager out-negotiate Seth was hilarious. Finally, after some push and pull, they settle at $230. The seller beams like he just won the pennant.
I have a custom authenticated Justin Verlander jersey. This is from Justin's rookie year, 2006. And you may recall Tigers made the World Series in Verlander's rookie year.
Next up, things get a little Disney. A woman brings in hand-painted Mickey and Minnie Mouse dolls her parents bought in the early 90s for over $1,000. She's convinced they're worth a fortune. Les, though, is skeptical. They could have been homemade for all he knows. She asks for $2,000, and Ashley smirks before tossing out $75. Talk about an insult. The haggling escalates until Les finally shells out $550. Ashley looks like she's about to explode at her dad's spending spree.
I brought a Minnie Mouse and a Mickey Mouse. My parents bought them from an antique dealer in, I think it was 92. They paid over $1,000 for them. They are solid wood, very high quality, hand painted. They're probably worth a lot of money.
Ashley calls Les out hard, accusing him of buying inventory nobody needs while she and Seth get stuck selling it. Les, unfazed, delivers one of his classic lines, "Never stop buying." The tension between father and kids is thick enough to slice with a knife. Seth is shaking his head. Ashley is fuming, but Les is grinning like a kid in a candy store. This family feud over buying versus selling never gets old.
Made a professional judgment call.
You went up.
And if it, cost me $50 more, cost me $50 more.
What, to make the customer happy?
I wanted to make the customer happy.
A hilarious moment rolls in with two brothers, or brothers from another mother, who try to sell their fantasy football team. Yes, you heard that right. They paid $100 for the team, and they think it's automatically worth $700 because they've got Peyton Manning and a stacked lineup. Seth listens for a second before flat out telling them he doesn't buy hopes and dreams. screams. The look on their faces when they get shut down is priceless.
Jay, man.
Jay, nice to meet you.
It's my brother.
I'm Jay, too. Nice to meet you. Jay, too. You guys are brothers? Yeah.
Yeah, something like brother from another mother.
Oh.
Then comes the emotional drama. A woman walks in with her new husband, trying to sell rings from her previous marriage. One is even her old engagement ring. She just wants to move on from bad memories. Seth examines them and bursts the bubble. That black diamond is basically a lump of coal. Ouch. After some haggling, she settles for $55, clearly just relieved to unload the baggage. Talk about cathartic pawnshop therapy.
Hi guys.
Hi. What have you got?
Well, I have some tins and a tray, and then some rings I would like to sell. It was from my ex-mother-in-law.
Now for the big one. A man brings in a rare Gibson Les Paul custom signed by Ace Frehley of Kiss. Only 50 were ever made, complete with certificate and authentication. The seller wants $10,000. Les lights up instantly. This is his wheelhouse. He starts at $5,000, and the dealer flatly refuses. Back and forth they go, climbing higher with every second. Ashley is groaning, Seth is sweating, and Les is locked in like it's the Super Bowl of negotiations.
I've got a rare Gibson Les Paul custom, only 50 made, signed personally by Ace Frehley.
Wow.
The seller holds firm at $8,500, but Les won't budge from his $5,500 offer. The tension is unbearable. You can see both men calculating their next moves like poker pros. Ashley mutters about storage space again, while Les just waves her off. The guy threatens to walk, but Les keeps pulling him back with those crisp $100 bills. It's a pawn shop chess match for the ages.
$8,500.
I can't go 8,500.
I'm a guitar aficionado.
I get it. Right now, all $100 bills. 5,500.
The standoff continues as Les ups the pressure. He pushes hard at $6,500, then $7,000. He literally walks the seller through the deal like a hypnotist, dangling the promise of instant cash. The seller is sweating bullets, wavering between pride and profit. Ashley and Seth look like they're watching their dad gamble the store away. The tension is unreal.
You're a genius at your job, but you do not understand this product.
I understand dollars and cents. You keep pointing to that signature.
That's why it's valuable.
But it's still valuable no matter what.
The signature makes it $8,500.
Finally, after a ridiculous back and forth, Les lands it at $7,600. The seller cracks, shakes hands, and the deal is sealed. Les beams with pride, declaring he just doubled his money. Ashley mutters that her dad is insane. Seth rolls his eyes, but Les is convinced he schooled them all in Pawnbroker 101. Honestly, that final handshake felt like the season's Super Bowl moment.
No, don't throw another 100 on there.
Out of my pocket. It's my gift to you.
Can't do it, man.
7,300.
Good Lord. Come on, keep looking.
There it is, $7,300.